Hello YouTube, this is Kent coming to you from Sweden. I hope everything is fine with you out there. Today it's, let's see, runs like 25th Wednesday. Starting to feel like a weatherman here from Sweden. I always talk about the weather, but that's what we do here. Today it's really crazy. I live at the west coast of Sweden, and the wind is almost storm strength, so the rain is just awful today. Let's see, what do I want to talk about today? Yeah, here in Sweden we have two car makers, Volvo and Saab, that we are very proud over. And since the economic problem last autumn, there's been a lot of talk of selling both Volvo and Saab. GM owns Saab today, and they have had a discussion with some funds from EU and to get this deal going. And we have another car maker called Koenigsegg that was backed by China's BAEC that was supposed to buy Saab with a new business plan. But yesterday they came out and said the deal was off because it takes too long time. I think it's other things behind it. But anyhow, I just live approximately 10 miles from the biggest factory here in Sweden, in Trollhättan. And it's been quite depressing there for a year now. It's not going to get better after this. So we'll see what happens. I think they're going to run that company or take that Mark Saab down now. That's really bad, but that's how it is. But the swine flu, nothing new here from Sweden, the same propaganda, but there's a report, I think you guys seen it, that it was about 172 doses of the vaccine that was made by GlaxoSmithKline, those guys, in Canada, and there was severe people that got really bad reaction from the vaccine, so they took it back. It's not strange when you have a swine flu in the vaccine. So that's about the swine flu. Yeah, and I wanted to talk about a thing that, because sometimes, I'm going to take some coffee here. Cheers. It's chocolate coffee. Try it out. It's great. Yeah, I of course, sometimes I watch the mainstream media, of course, and this Sunday, I think it's called State of the Union with John King. They had two, I don't know the names of the guy that were there, but two people from the Democratic Party, and they were asking a lot of questions about about everything in the U.S. right now. And they took this up with this bribe for this, I don't know where she's from. She's called Senator Mary Laundrie from Louisiana. She was, the bill had 300 million in there to just make her to vote the right way. And I was just thinking back when Obama came out last summer on the campaign trail talking about change, and that he want to get rid of all the bonuses in banks. That's been, I don't know, can anybody remember, or do everybody forget so fast? I remember I saw a speech from this that they're going to take down all the bonuses from the bank. It's not going to be usual as it's been for the last 30 years. But now this year it's been higher than ever. And then he said he was complaining of all the, I don't know what you call it, but the bribes in all the bills that are there to get the bill through. I mean, I think it's more honest to, if you have a company, to take money by the side and pay somebody to get something done. You don't do that too. But I mean, doing it like this in public, people who run the country, and nobody's saying anything. I mean, here in Sweden, we can't even have commercial when it's election. It's just now, last year, I think they puts just a limit on it that you can have, and you don't have any big money involved. The people vote. But in the US, it's, I mean, as I said earlier, I love US, but you have this crazy system just pouring out money for special interests. It's really crazy, I think. And with that you can sue people. I think I saw I heard it on the radio last week that it was a producer of cigarette that in court lost a case. Somebody who smokes. I mean, if you start smoking, don't you know what you're doing? And it was some hysterical sum of, I think it was $1 billion or something. I mean, it's not too strange that you're in debt and have problems. I mean, that's a lot of money. In Sweden, if you lose a case, it could maximum be, I said, $20,000 or something like that, if it's really bad. So it's a different system, but it's more socialist, of course, here in Sweden, but it works better if you. But in the US, it's really crazy, I think. And with the military spending now, when you have those sums in a bill, I think you should put money on the militaries and make sure they're safe and whatever. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know if this is going to reach the right guy, but of course I watch Vision Victory a lot, and if you see this, I'm just curious about the dollar collapse that everybody in this forum, this YouTube forum, is discussing. I mean, back in the Depression, I'm not a historical expert or anything like that, but back then you produced stuff. Then the one that was affected was the rich people mostly, but today I think we are so connected countries to each other. I mean, it's like I remember seeing, I don't know which movie it was, but it was a full bus with a terrorist, and it was blown up in the end. That's how it feels with the economy. We have bought so much death of the Americans that we are so connected to each other. So my question for, if anybody have an answer on this, I'm not an economic expert, I know some basics, but aren't we so connected together that it's really hard to let anybody really fall? Like the dollar, if the dollar fall, it's going to be like a domino effect, or that bus I talked about, it's going to be an explosion all over the world. Maybe I'm wrong, I don't know, but I think they're going to go to every length to keep the dollar floating, and the elite won't let it happen, that it's going to fall apart. So, but my question is, could it go so far that it's finally just explodes and fall like a domino? Please get back to me on that. Yeah, and I've been watching YouTube videos for a long time, and it's been a great time, and this me going on now and trying to get some news out of Sweden is fun too. But I see a lot of people coming on, not on my channel, but on John. I watch John a lot, some other guys. It's a lot of attacking on YouTube, and I think it's the wrong way to go around this thing, because if you're going to achieve anything, we have to be working together in reaching some goals. I think that's the problem with truth seekers and people that want to change things, that they're not really focused together to do things. They attack each other and they talk about religion and blah blah, a lot of stuff. So my advice to the YouTuber that is in this spectra is try to be more together, working together, come up with solution that could be beneficial for everybody. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna get back with some thoughts about religion in my next video, I think, or if some breaking news comes out. Please comment my video. Take care. Have a nice day.